Welcome to English Total Grammar Lessons. Chapter 11, Superlatives. As we mentioned in our last video about comparative adjectives, in today's lesson we are going to talk about superlative adjectives. And as you can expect, we're going to start by talking about their use in conversation. Let's begin. We can use superlative adjectives to say that something is the highest or lowest degree of equality in a group of things. For example,
It's our best car.
That's great.
It's also the most expensive.
well, now let's have a look at the structure for these adjectives. First, you should know that the rules for the formation of superlative adjectives are not so different from the rules for the formation of comparative adjectives. It's all about the number of syllables, really. Rule 1 applies to one-syllable adjectives, like short. To form the superlative, you need to add est to the base adjective. So now short becomes shortest. For one-syllable adjectives, which end in one vowel followed by a consonant, like big, you need to double the final consonant and then add est to the base adjective. So big becomes biggest. Rule number 2 applies to adjectives which end in y, like busy. In this case, to form the superlative, you need to drop the y and then add iest. So busy becomes busiest. Rule 3 applies to adjectives which are 2 or more syllables, like relaxed. To form the superlative, you simply put most before the adjective, so relaxed becomes most relaxed. All right, let's go to the next page to have a look at a couple of examples.
Skydiving is the most dangerous sport.
Today must be the coldest day in the year.
In our last video, we also covered irregular adjectives. So, you probably remember that in English, there are 3 commonly used irregular adjectives. The first one is good, and the superlative form is best. The second one is bad, and the superlative form is worst. The last case is far, which has 2 superlative forms, the farthest and the furthest. Here's one example.
This is the best game in the world.
As you can see in these examples, the use of superlative adjectives often requires the use of the before the adjective. Finally, let's have a quick recap. As you learned in the previous lesson, comparative adjectives can be used to compare 2 things, whereas superlative adjectives can be used to talk about the highest or the lowest degree of a quality that something possesses in a group of things. Compare.
These are the 3 options we have.
Well, option A is better than option B.
Yes, but option C is the best of all the options.
Okay, so now you know the essentials about using these types of adjectives easily. You have one more tool to use in conversation. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you would like to request a lesson, just post in the comments. Thanks for watching. This is the end of Chapter 11.